Ale with Exron. I'm here
What's
with
up, guys?
Malone.
What's
Thank
up?
you for being here.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. How's your weekend been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. I played Space Thursday, the first party, the opening satellite party.
I know.
I closed the terrace, so it was dope. I didn't come out last night. I wish I would have. I had crazy FOMO, but I had to, pick and choose. I had to rest a little bit, but I'm ready tonight. Excited to play the festival. Got so many people, from Miami excited, coming out hopefully to see me and stuff like that. So it's dope. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's my first time seeing you live, so I'm really excited.
That's awesome.
All
I
right.
love these little mics, by the way. This is amazing.
I know, right? They're so cute. I feel so official.
Oh, I think I might have turned it off. Oh no, it's on.
I think you're good.
It's on? Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's get into it. We know that you've been nurturing your passion for music since age 10 with the help of your uncle to master the basic techniques. How's your sound evolved over the years, or is there a particular vision that you've had all throughout?
Yeah, so I learned how to DJ when I was 10 years old. My uncle was a DJ in the 80s and 90s, so I've always been into music. My family's always been into music. I took piano as a little kid. Coincidentally enough, like when I had stopped, doing music when I went to high school and college, I played baseball, and I played for baseball professionally. And then, like, once my baseball career was over, that kind of coincided, like, when the EDM boom was, like, happening. Obviously, when I first got into it, like, EDM was, like, the thing, like the big room stuff, I was into that. But I feel like, as an artist or as an individual, you kind of find, the type of music that you really like. So I feel like throughout the years, I've kind of, found myself, more towards like the underground, or like the housey stuff, the groovy, the sexy stuff. And I feel like as an artist, like my sound that's kind of developed and that way as well, So I'm, now for the time being, just, being a space resident, stuff like that, I'm very, very focused on like that sound, whether you want to call it tech house, Afro tech, it's groovy, it's sexy, it has drums, it's vibey, that's what I'm into.
Yeah, and there's definitely a crowd for it here.
Yeah,
so.
in Miami, yeah, for sure.
As a Miami native myself, it's definitely refreshing to see more local and Latino artists on the rise. What are some artists that you pulled inspiration from during your journey so far?
Yeah, so I feel like growing up, some of the artists that really like helped me kind of transition into like, kind of understanding and kind of accepting that this is the sound and the vibe that I wanted to be on. Chus and Ceballos were some of the biggest guys that really influenced me. The Martinez brothers, obviously. Eric Murillo was a huge influence for me, being an Hispanic DJ. Just his vibe, his energy, the way he played, the music that he played. But as of late, like as of the last couple years, I would say like my biggest influence and the guy that I really kind of look up to is Marco Carola, like just like his brand, his vibe, the way he plays, the music that he plays, that's kind of like, which really like, kind of like made me feel like, this is kind of like what I want, the vibe that I want to be on.
That's cool. This has been quite a momentous year for you, from landing a space residency to your recent feature on 1001 track lists for Future of Dance. What do you have your sights set on for the next year?
So I have a pretty jammed fall tour. Got a bunch of festivals, a bunch of shows, with space as well as the residency, as well as all over the country. So I'm kind of focused on that. Just been working on so much music ever since I got back from Ibiza this summer, and I'm going to be launching a label in January, in the new year, end of January, early February. I'm going to be launching my own label that I'm super excited about. Have some like really amazing collaborations. I've already signed a bunch of really dope music that I can't wait to put out there. And it's not only for me, but more importantly, like I want to give up and coming artists like a platform to be able to release music, to be able to play dope parties. And I feel like Miami is like the perfect hub for that. Yeah. It's the perfect spot. Considering it's like the capital of dance music for the States, I feel like Miami, if there was ever a place to start a label and try to grow a label, I feel like this is the place to do it. So I'm like really excited about that.
And I think the market is primed for it here. I think the more the merrier.
There's actually not that many labels in Miami, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's usually New York or LA.
Exactly.
So. On that note, with such a hectic schedule, what are some things that helps keep you grounded outside of the music world?
I will say my family. I just had a baby. Me and my wife had our first child like 2.5 months ago. So that's been like really, really crazy, really intense. So it's kind of like changed my world completely. So if anything, I feel like that's helped me like kind of like really balance like, like that lifestyle of being on the road, playing shows, and then kind of coming home to like a brand new baby. It's like, it's really crazy. It's been like the last couple of months have been a massive roller coaster, but I'm really big into fitness. I like to work out. I try to be as healthy as possible. And I feel like that kind of helps me keep, kind of like not to say like a system, but I'm very like,
routine.
I'm very organized, and I have like I'm not kind of like a machine, I'm just very, I like to have like my routine, you know what I'm saying? So work out during the day, work on music, family time. You know, it's kind of like the same thing over and over again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say congrats on the newborn baby.
Thank you.
And also I was gonna say, how have you adjusted to touring and making music with a new addition to the family?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like touring for the most part happens on the weekends.
Right.
So, you know, I'm back. I like to be back home by like Monday the latest, you know, and then kind of like have my week to like just, you know, to myself, whether it's to work out, whether it's to, you know, do admin stuff. But, you know, I always at least separate at least 3-4 hours a day to just to work on music, whether it's in the day, whether it's in the morning, whether it's at night. That's something that I just try to be consistent with. Like, I know that that's like my time to just, you know, work on music. You know, and I feel like it's just all about balancing, you know.
Yeah.
As the touring does pick up, I know it's going to become a little bit more challenging. So I haven't gotten to that point yet. We're kind of like getting there. So I guess we'll see what, you know, if things continue to get crazier, you know, we'll see how it goes. But that's kind of like where I'm at right now.
Okay. Well, I have faith in you.
Yeah.
You had a stellar back-to-back with Steph and Joel this week at Space, and you're going back for round 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Who would be your next choice to go back-to-back with?
Like if I had to pick anybody, like one person?
Anybody.
Oof.
You can say more than one.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the opportunity to play like back-to-back with a lot of people, but like if I had to pick like one person to go back-to-back with, it would be, you know, either Marco Carola or Luciano.
Okay.
Like my 2 favorite DJs like of all time. Probably 2 of my favorite DJs of all time.
I love that. Huge congrats on your most recent release, IO with Blondish.
Thank you.
Without spoiling too much, do you have any releases coming up that you're excited
Yeah,
about?
so I actually have a release coming up in a couple of weeks with Hugel.
Okay, very
which
nice.
is like he's absolutely killing it right now. It's gonna be on Insomniac Records.
Awesome.
And the song actually comes out on the day that we're playing EDC Orlando.
Oh wow.
We're both playing the same stage for Insomniac Records on that Friday of EDC, and the song comes out that day, so it's gonna be pretty special.
Oh my god.
It's a massive collab that we have coming out. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Oh well, that's it. Those are all my questions.
Good.
This is Ale from Exron and Malóne again. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.